one of the hardest things for a youngster to discuss.
But there's a program at the Pine Tree schools where students help other students cope with their problems. Region 56 reporter Blake Combie joins us now live from our Longview newsroom with more on that program. Blake, how did this program get started?
Well, it got started actually from a group of that got together in Kilgore, about last summer sometime. You know, it seems that a lot of what students do or get involved in these days is based a lot on what their friends do. So the Pine Tree Independent School District decided to use that peer pressure to its advantage, where kids are helping kids.
Okay.
Teachers and counselors mean well, but too often they have difficulties in getting students to open up about their problems. Mainly because they are the authoritarian figure, youngsters are more likely to tell their friends what's hurting them. However, some problems are too heavy, and there are students who understand. They're called peer helpers, and they listen to the other students' problems about drugs, physical abuse, and even death.
Death has been the hardest for them to talk to me about exactly how they feel, because they try to cover it up. And I've talked to a few people, and that's probably been the hardest because it's hard for them to deal with.
These 15-year-olds are just two of the 120 peer helpers at Pine Tree, but they don't give advice.
Mainly, it's just to let them talk it out. You just kind of, all we're doing is kind of like a guide, you know, we're just to direct them, you know, into getting their own problems out and their own feelings, how they feel. And usually by the time you do that, they solve them, you know, 99% of it themselves.
These kids are not professionals. They're not professional counselors. They are just friends.
While these students are learning to trust their classmates, the program is also affecting the peer helpers.
It's inspired me to, you know, take the time to understand me and understand other people and how they feel, that, you know, understand I'm not the only one that feels like the, you know, the way things I feel, you know, growing up.
The peer helpers at Pine Tree are from a wide cross-section of the student body. There are good and bad students, upper and lower class, those who have used drugs and alcohol, and those who wouldn't dream of it. John, Nancy?
All right, thank you, Blake. Sounds like a fantastic program. Blake Combie